Today, there was a new update released for Fortnite Battle Royale, and the main thing included in this update is the Cozy Campfire trap. This trap obviously goes in the trap slot, and it heals two health per second for 25 seconds. I think this is a pretty interesting addition to the game, and something to note is that I think this will actually be able to heal you up to 100, since it wasn't stated anywhere in the patch notes or anything else that I've been able to see that it caps out at like 75 like bandages. So this, along with Slurp and Medkit, will be another option that allows you to get back to 100 health. I initially thought this would just be good for people like camping in bases, but I actually think there are a lot of uses for this trap because it seems like it will be very helpful regardless of when you use it. If your team is lacking med supplies, or if you just have you don't have a lot of options to get you back to 100 if you're all on bandages, you could heal up to 50 and then use this campfire and then I'll be at 100 if you have the time to wait. So I think this, like I said, I think it could be very useful. A lot of people thought it would just be for campers, but I think this, like I said, could be very, very helpful in many other things. I think this is also good because it goes in the trap slot. And something interesting about that is that it doesn't take like a normal inventory slot. You can have as many traps as you want, as far as I know. I don't think they cap out at any time. So if you find a lot of these, you could potentially think about giving up your bandages or med kits, just use like campfires as your healing thing, which is something I already do in late game solos. At times I'll give up my bandages or my med kit, generally in favor of an RPG, but just like another weapon. Like my inventory generally goes rifle, shotgun, sniper, shield item, and then like health item, but sometimes I give up that health item for an RPG in late game solo matches. So I think this could be something that I end up doing with that. If I have a lot of campfires, I could just use campfires to heal. Obviously you do have the down to it doesn't like take up an inventory slot, but you do have the negative effect of it taking time to heal, so you have to consider that when you're using this thing. But I do think it will be nice to have the campfire as a last resort healing option if you don't want to carry one, or your team is just lacking on healing supplies for whatever reason. Some people thought this trap would be OP and encourage camping, but I don't think it will. 50 HP over the course of 25 seconds really won't influence people to camp, in my opinion. Like, sure, they might camp around the campfire for those 25 seconds, but their entire playstyle, I don't think, will be built around the campfire. If it was like unlimited time, then maybe sure, people would camp around it, and it would actually become a legit strategy to build larger bases and duos and squads, and then camp around your campfires. But I don't really think that'll be a thing. And even if it is, like, it's not that hard to destroy people's bases. If you have like 4 decent players in squads, you can take down an enemy base pretty quickly, especially if one of you has something like an RPG or a snowball launcher. Overall, I think this is a very interesting addition to the game, and it seems like it will be very useful in squads where one campfire could get everyone in your team back to 100. If you only had bandages, or if you were lacking on bandages, you could get everyone back up to 50, use a campfire, now everyone's at 100. It will also allow you to like save healing supplies. Like I said, you would only need to heal to 50 if you were going to use the campfire already. And if you do have a campfire, you could and you have like the option to wait 25 seconds. You're not always in a situation where you can wait, but I think it'll be good in situations where you can wait if you're not like stacked on healing supplies. Maybe everyone only has like 5 bandages or so. It would be nice to be able to save them for like a situation where time is of the essence and just use the campfire like right now. The next largest change in this update was another nerf to the Boogie Bomb. And now whenever you hit the opponent who is the person who is affected by it will no longer dance once they're like shot or damaged in some way. And I really don't understand this. Like the Boogie Bomb effect will go away once you damage them. And like I said, I don't really understand this because the Boogie Bomb really isn't good in my opinion. Since they nerfed it before, if you weren't aware, it initially lasted for 10 seconds, the effect, and then they nerfed it and lasted 5 seconds, which is at its now. And now it lasts 5 seconds, and as soon as you hit them, they're no longer affected by it. So I don't really understand this change. It seems like a massive nerf to the Boogie Bomb, which was already not very good in my opinion. I guess it is annoying, but it's not like super effective. I don't really use the Boogie Bomb, but when people use it on me, it wasn't a guaranteed kill on them once they made it 5 seconds. Like, I was generally able to evade their shots for 5 seconds or so. I mean, obviously it depends on the situation, but in many situations it wasn't just a guaranteed kill. So I don't really understand nerfing it, but I mean, I guess it's okay. I don't really use the Boogie Bomb, so it really doesn't matter to me. But if you are someone who likes to use the Boogie Bomb, what do you think of this change? Because I think it really hits the Boogie Bomb rather hard, and it completely changes how you want to use it, in my opinion. Now you're going to want to use it and then like hit them with something, because if you're just using like an AR, or if you are using a shotgun and you get like one of those 8 damage shots or something, it's going to be very, very unfortunate for you. So I don't really think the Boogie Bomb is this is a pretty hard hit to the Boogie Bomb, in my opinion. 2 important bug fixes were also a part of this update. A fix for sniper bullets passing through players but not dealing damage, and you should no longer be falling through your recently placed structures. Both of these bugs were super annoying, and I'm glad to see them fixed. There's really not much to go into. Like, it's bugs. They were annoying bugs. Both of these bugs have caused me to lose before, so I'm happy both of these bugs are no longer in the game. And the final part of this update focuses on sound, and basically they made player footsteps and actions such as building, shooting, and looting louder and easier to hear. This is just okay. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter to me too much one way or the other, but I was already able to like easily hear enemy footsteps and like know where people were coming from. So I guess that'll just be easier now. I don't know. Like they can make sound whoring easier. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm pretty good at like using sound and shit in this game, just in games in general, because I've been playing like games that's important in for so long. So I mean, they can make it easier to hear, they can make it harder to hear. I'm probably still going to hear people in most situations, so it really doesn't matter to me. I guess it is somewhat of a disadvantage for me, but because I was already able to hear people. But like I said, it really isn't that big of a deal to me. They can make it easier to hear people. It's just whatever. But I thought it was worth mentioning in this update that you should be able to like use sound to your advantage more often now if you don't have like a really good headset or aren't like really accustomed to like using sound to your advantage. That's it for this update and this video. Like I said, just the campfire, the boogie bomb nerf, the 2 bug fixes, and then the audio changes. Not a huge update. I think the campfire will change the game in an interesting way, and it will be like an interesting addition and like little like option for you to use if you want to conserve med supplies. The boogie bomb nerf, I don't really understand why it happened, and then those 2 bug fixes I'm very happy to see because both of them were super annoying. If you enjoyed this video, a like rating is always appreciated, and if you want to see more content from me, consider subscribing. I live stream Fortnite every night for a very long period of time, and I'm going to start making videos about the game on a more regular basis. I'm currently ranked 23 on the Xbox One solo leaderboard, so if you ever want to come in my stream and talk about solo, I'm a pretty decent solo player with around, like, I think 160 wins. And also, like I said, I'm going to be making videos on a more regular basis, so if there's anything you would like to see me talk about, please leave that in a comment below. I apologize for using muted stream footage as the background footage for this game. If that's something that irritates y'all, please let me know because I can just record better footage. I would just have to do it. I would just have to play more, basically. I just didn't have any footage and I wanted to make this video. So if you guys don't like seeing the muted stream footage, please just let me know and I'll record better footage for next time. Like I said, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all for watching.